Hello, family friends. Thanks so much for tuning in. Amber here. I thought I would interrupt my Disney series again to wish all the mamas, the aunties, the grandmas, the sisters, all of the women in our lives that help make this world a brighter place. We celebrate you this Sunday. This video will be coming out Sunday morning. So again, wishing you all a very happy Mother's Day. I hope to be celebrating with a brunch with our family, and hope you enjoy yours as well. But today, I thought I would share kind of my little trip. I love Mother's Day around here and around our area. Is always the greenhouses are just blooming with so much bounty of all flowers and things that are starting to take bloom. Made a little pit stop to a greenhouse, a local greenhouse here that I will bring you along with. But first, I also wanted to share with you a little tip or trick that I have learned. Hard-boiled eggs are really hard to make. I have always ripped half of the egg white off. They just look messy. They're not nice for putting on a deviled egg platter. So I've got a little tip and a little trick that I'm going to share with you all. So come along.
I got there enough time to realize that you are on
local greenhouse, and I'm just going to take you through. I want to just take a look at some of the plants that they have, what kind of trouble we can get into. I just love these places. Begonias and patience. These are the strawberries. Look at these little strawberries. They're already starting to fruit.
all these months of
Get some of those for Eli.
hiding from the shadows. Let me down. They always let me down. Fleeting hints of daylight, never-ending evenings. Let me down.
Glorious is this
They
place.
always let me down.
Oh, the Gerber. Just love these flowers. Some more herbs here. Yeah, I could just live in here. This is so gorgeous. This is just fantastic therapy. I am going to get this little thing for Eli. It is the most neat little plant. I don't know if I can show you this here. Let me just show you. It's got these little orange flowers. And check it out. It's got really neat, kind of like a rubbery foliage. But it's called a goldfish plant. Eli wanted a goldfish, so Mama's getting him a goldfish. What do you think? here's the Lady Godivas. Those are stunning. Oh. All of it is gorgeous. Here's a sweet potato farm. To the Perennials Garden and see what I can find. I just had a nice wee chat with one of the owners of the greenhouse. It's a family-run business for 42 years here in Alton. The Greenhouse Botanicals. It's really, she grows majority of all of the stuff here themselves. They ship in a little bit of it, but majority of the greenhouses accommodate growth. So they do most of it themselves. It's actually pretty cool. I said I wanted to come back and volunteer to water the flowers because it's just fantastic. But I'm going to come back here in a week when it's all of this is kind of cleaned up and it looks better. So Mother's Day, we're going to come back here for another visit. Okay guys, so we have these eggs, which you can't get any fresher than farm fresh. These came from the girls' boxes this morning. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash these up and then I'll show you what we're gonna work on. I've washed my eggs and here we are. This is fresh eggs and we have Long Island Reds. I have learned a lot about eggs this year and we have had to learn how to do a lot of different things with eggs. So hard-boiled eggs, deviled eggs, pickled eggs, we've done it all. And my little boy, I don't know if you can hear him. If you're new to our channel, we have a puppy, a brand new rescue that we got. Hey, little man. This is our Thor. Hi, you wanna say hi to everyone? He just came over here and rang his bell. I don't know, nobody could hear it, but he came over and rang his bell, which is my indication that he needs to go out for a little piddle. So let's see if it worked, if he actually did, or if he's just playing. He wants to go outside. You gonna go for a pee? Let's see. Yep, straight away went pee. So, this is a little trick that we've used for training. These aren't the best bells. I usually use Christmas bells. What we use to train all of our pups. They have that little bell and they can ring it and let me know that they need to come out. And he's been doing this for about 2 weeks. We've had him here at our house for about a month, a little better than a month now. He's such a good little boy. Thor, it's raining out. Do you want to stay out there? You're gonna come in. I'm trying to do a video for our friends, mister. All right, I'll let him out here and sniff around the bushes for a bit. Big sister's never too far from him. Hey, Sky. Good girl. He always goes right inside this bush. He's totally wrecked this bush. Not sure what's so fascinating in there, but there's something in there that's caught his attention. Anyways. You didn't turn into this video to watch my puppy. You came here to watch me how to make some hard-boiled eggs, right? So when the girls lay their eggs, there is a bloom on the exterior part of the egg that is a coating that protects the egg and protects the shell. So as soon as you wash that off, your eggs, you reduce the shelf life of them. the counter life anyways, and then they have to be refrigerated a bit faster. So they will last on the counter for anywhere from 5 to 6 months if you don't wash that bloom off. But if you do wash that bloom off, you're probably 6 to 8 weeks on the counter. Otherwise, they have to go in the fridge. So I'm not suggesting that you have to purchase one of these, but of course, this is the Instant Pot, and this has been the saving grace to a lot of neat things, but specifically eggs. The Instant Pot is just a really good tool to have on your counter just for a lot of quick dinners. You can put frozen meats in there and it cooks it really quickly. But I've just found that I love it for my eggs. And I've tried several little tricks, you know, that is all over the internet. Salt in your water, vinegar in your water, on the stove, trying to do hard-boiled eggs just so that that skin comes off nicely, and nothing really seems to work quite as nice as this Instant Pot. So if you have an Instant Pot and you're not using it, and especially if you're using farm fresh eggs for hard-boiled eggs, I highly encourage you to use this method that I've been using. I've tried several different techniques. This one, if you just promise me and you follow this to a T, I guarantee it will be a really good hard-boiled egg. So the first trick is the trivet. Right in your pot, it will come with your trivet, which has a little bit of a foot on it. The key is you don't want your egg sitting on the bottom, because as it steams and as it cooks, it will bubble up and it will, although the eggs will still crack under pressure. Some of them will, some of them won't, most of them won't, but the odd one will crack, and they're perfectly fine to eat. But the key is filling this up just to below that trivet line. You don't want the eggs in the water, but you just want enough water in the pot so that the pot can come to pressure. The key too is to make sure you use cold water, because the times in this will be indicative. If you put hot water in there, or you use a second boil off and your water's already hot, it won't work. It will work, but your times will be off and your eggs will either be rubbery or the yolks will get that gray tinge around it, which, you know, it's still edible, but it's not as pretty. When you're doing deviled eggs, especially for a function, you don't really want to use a gray yolk because it doesn't really look as pretty. So we're going to go ahead and place all of these eggs in our pot. You don't really want them piled on top of one another, because that also does encourage them to crack. So if they can all kind of be positioned about so that they aren't going to bounce around on each other. And see, we're always trying to teach somebody how to do something and it never works for you. We are going to go ahead and push egg, and I'm going to turn it, it instinctively wants to go to 6, but I turn it down to 5, and then I close that so that it can come up to pressure. It'll take a few minutes to come up to pressure. You're going to cook it for 5 minutes, then you're going to let it naturally release for 5 minutes, and then you're going to put it in a cold water bath for 5 minutes. So I put it on for the 5 minutes, and then I let it release for 5 minutes naturally, and then I release the rest of the steam off. And I usually I usually release the steam valve at about 4 minutes. Then I let it come down, because it takes about a minute for that pressure to come off the pot. Then I open it and immediately put them in a ice bath. And then let me show you what I get. Well, those eggs are cooking. I forgot. Thor's still outside. Let's go see. Oh, look at it. Oh, my little Manny. He's like, Mama, it's raining. Don't you know? Oh, there's Big Sister. Oh, sit. I gotta get a mat for here. This time of year. Oh, look at you. You're filthy. You're so dirty. Were you in the mucky muds? Come on, okay. Sit. I need to wipe you down, mister. Yes, you're a good boy. Stay. Get your treats. Oh, you're such a good boy. How come you're so filthy? Were you digging holes again? I don't know if it's a puppy thing or a husky thing, but he loves to dig his holes. Here, sit. Good boy. I'm gonna get your dirties off. He's been such a good puppy. Oh my God, he's so easy to train. He's been so good. Okay, go on. Go on, mister. Good girl. He doesn't quite know how to catch them yet. Here, Thor. You gonna catch it? It's like, what do you want me to do with that? What do I watch your big sister? She catches them. Good girl. No more. All done. We're waiting for this little button to retreat back so that there's enough pressure off the pot so that we can go ahead and open it. Okay, so I did 5-minute countdown, 5-minute count up, released the steam, the natural steam, and put it in a bath for 5 minutes. 5-5-5 rule. So if you don't know how to use the Instant Pot, there is some technique to it, so kind of took me a little while to kind of get the hang of it. I did have a few failed attempts, but I get a perfect egg every time. There's a lot of great videos online on how to use the Instant Pot. If you don't have an Instant Pot, this video ain't for you. I guess that's it. I mean, the reality of it is I've tried it on the stove. I've done everything. I am successful at making hard-boiled eggs without farm fresh eggs, like as fresh as these eggs were, like from this morning, to be able to get the skin off in a nice, easy, even peel. Let's check and see if we can make this happen. So here we go. Let's check. You know, you always do that, like, I've had no failed attempts at this, but now that I'm videotaping this for you, let's hope it works. Because that would be really embarrassing. Perfect every time. You know, all us good mamas, we're always multitasking, so if you've got a baby on the hip, you need to boil. Do it. Look at that. Coming off. Getting that membrane. I'm doing it with one hand. And that's a farm fresh today egg. Perfect. Every time. I'm gonna cut one open here and show you too. I've never had such yellow yolks, like, oh, tell me that. There's no gray around the yolk. It is a perfect hard-boiled egg every time. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna finish peeling the rest of these eggs, and I'm gonna make some egg salad for some egg salad sandwiches. And the pups, we give the dogs, one of these each day. They love them. We get to go through them a little bit quicker because, oh my gosh, I didn't expect to get so many eggs. We keep the family in them. It's kind of been fun learning this part of the homesteading journey. Eventually we'll get some more animals, but for now we are enjoying our girls. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for tuning in and hanging out and coming along for the journey. I hope to share a lot more information with you this summer. I'm learning a lot. I am a third-year gardener. I'm loving what I'm learning in the garden, how I'm putting up food, how I'm preserving it, and hopefully you come along for the journey. I wish you all a very happy Mother's Day. Until next time, stay safe and keep living.
I used to think that there was a place I would rather be, till I got there enough times to realize that you are only ever here. That's when I found peace with where I am now. It's the only place I'll ever be. I found that there are other places filled with a million pretty faces, but I found peace with where I am now. Through the ups and downs, I have figured out you find peace where you make it. The scenery won't change it. And I wasted so much time thinking I could ever find enough of anything that would bring me peace. So I found peace with who I am now. It's the only me I'll ever be. I found there are other places, there are a million other faces, but I found peace with who I am.